Welcome. Glad you could join us today. So let's get started talking about password fix. We've been talking about passwords for the last 2 weeks. So now today we're going to talk about how to fix those passwords that the Passwords app tells us need to be taken care of on Go for Lunch for June the 3rd, 2025. Brought to you by GoFor Technology. I'm Roger Harmon, your host, and we are here to make your technology work for you on National Egg Day. You know, the egg has gotten a lot of criticism over the years, but it seems like now the consensus is that the egg is healthy. So have a healthy egg today and celebrate National Egg Day. So what we have learned so far over the last 2 weeks is how to use the Apple Password app, which of course is built into all of your Apple devices. So it can fill in your usernames and your passwords, and it can create and remember strong, unique passwords so you don't get caught with one of your passwords being leaked and you are using that same password in lots of places, and the hacker keeps trying until they find a weak spot and they compromise your information. It works on the Mac, the iPhone, and the iPad, and when you enter a password on one device, it automatically synchronizes to all your other devices. So that's a nice feature. So let's fix the problems with the passwords. So you unlock your Passwords app with your Mac password. Now this might be a time, if you have a long Mac password, you may want to change that. The password for your Mac can only be compromised if someone is sitting in front of your Mac. So it doesn't have to be long and complicated. It can be short and easy to use, and that way you can get into your Passwords app very quickly. So also having Touch ID or Face ID. If you don't have Touch ID on your Mac, you can buy a keyboard with Touch ID, and of course you should always be using Face ID on your iPad and iPhone if it's available. So we're going to go into the Passwords app and go into the security section. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a pass and get rid of unneeded passwords. So there's going to be passwords maybe that you don't need anymore because you don't go to those websites, or they're gone. So you don't need them anymore. So to do that, you simply right-click on the password and then click on Delete and approve that, and it is gone. So, hi Bob. So let's go ahead and go into our Finder, and we're going to go into the Passwords app, which is right here in the dock. And as I said, it takes your Mac password to unlock it, hit return, and here we are. So the first thing we're going to do is actually go to so we're in the security section, so we have 165 passwords that need attention, and we have over 1,000 in the all. So what I would recommend doing is go into the all and then scroll down here and see if there's anything you don't need. So I know back down here and here somewhere I have some passwords for AT&T, but I don't have AT&T anymore as my cell phone carrier. So you can click on it and then right click and hit delete, or as I do in this case, have several in a row, you can do a shift click. In other words, you hold down the shift key and click on the last one. That selects all of them. And then you right click and you delete, and then you can hit return or click on your mouse to delete 3 passwords, and they're gone. Well, wait, there's more. These 4 here are all AT&T. So I'm going to click on the first one, shift click on the second one, right click and delete, and hit return, and they are out of there. So that's an example of how you want to go through and get rid of things that you don't need any longer. So now we're going to go to the security section and look at some here that have some issues. So let's look at one that we can change here. Let's see, where was the one I was going to use? Here we go. BH photo video. So it says that this was detected in a data leak and may be compromised. So it's all built into the password app. You click here on change password. It takes you to the website. Then you would log in. So I'm actually already logged in. And so different websites are going to handle this in different ways. So you have to kind of be aware of the different ways it can be done. So usually your password is going to be under my account. And a lot of times it's going to be under your profile. And there it is. So it's hidden with asterisks. So we click here on edit. We click in the current password. Our password app comes up and provides our current password. And now the password app is providing us with a new strong password. And it also has an option here to give you a strong password without special characters such as exclamation points, dollar signs, @signs, things like that. So we're going to go ahead and use the strong password because having symbols in there, our special characters, does make it stronger. So as you can see, it filled it in. We hit continue. Now I am also using 1Password. So 1Password is popping up here. So I'm just going to unlock password. 1Password is not cooperating here. There we go. So I'm going to unlock that, so I change it in both places. So I think it took care of that. So there, I'm done. And I can go back to my passwords app, and you can see the password did not actually copy here. So let's try again. So let's find another one here. Let's try consumers reports. So we're going to change the password. It's going to open up consumers report and wants me to do a survey, which I don't want to do. So I'm already logged in. Here's my account settings. And here's password down here on the left. And again, it's going to, password app is going to remember my old password. It's going to enter strong new passwords. And we're going to save changes. There we go. Here's what we've been looking for. So now the passwords app, you can always tell we're in the passwords app by the little 3-key icon here. So now we're going to say update password. And let's see if 1Password's working. Yep. Okay, so we go back here and you see if we go to consumers reports, let's check here on all passwords. So you see, here's what happened. I have actually 3 logins for consumers reports. This is the one that we had in the security section that it didn't like. So I'm just going to right click, delete, and return, get rid of that one. And here you'll notify, let's see here. Okay, so here's the good one. So you maybe not be able to see this, but it says modified today. So that's the new one with a new strong password. So I can get rid of this one. Right click, delete, return. So now I only have one Consumers Reports password. So this works the same way on your iPhone. So if we go to the iPhone and unlock it with our Face ID, there we go. And now we go to passwords. And unlock it with our Face ID. Now if we go to security, let's find one I know. Let's search. So I know that Cox is in here, and I no longer have Cox. So I can get rid of those. So in this one, so the advantage of doing this on your Mac is you can't select numerous ones. So the way you get rid of them on your iPhone, we'll use our stylus here. So as usual, the left-hand side is the direct image of the iPhone. The right-hand side is a picture of the iPhone. So what you do on the iPhone is you swipe from right to left. You click on delete, and then just to make sure that you want to delete it, asks you again, and there you go. So you have to do these individually. So it's a lot easier to do it on the Mac. So here's another password. While we're here, we'll just use this one to show you how it works on the iPhone. So this is LifeX. It was detected in a data leak. So we have the same option here to click on change password. It opens up the website. And sometimes you have to hit what we call the hamburger menu, which is the one here on the top left, the 3 horizontal lines. That's the bun, the meat, and the bun. And we want to go to support. Obviously, I didn't rehearse this. And it doesn't look like it's going to give us an easy way to get to our account. There we go, sign in. So sometimes you have to hunt for these things because they're all not logical. So again, the password app brought up my password. And I have to go forward there to get the... Okay, so that was actually brought it up for Zendesk, which is their support. So what happened was this company was bought by this company, Feet Electric. So things have been changed around. So in this case, it's not working because of new ownership. But I think you get the idea. It works the same, basically. You can change the password. So either on your iPhone or on your Mac, you can do it. So again, you want to compare all your passwords list with your security listings because you may have one that's compromised, but you may have a new one already in your all passwords list. So we talked about how to change the password feature. So that brings us to questions. So please share this YouTube video with your friends and family. You can do that by forwarding the GoFor Gazette newsletter that comes to your email inbox every Monday morning about 7 o'clock. And subscribe if you haven't already. hit the little subscribe button right down below and click on the bell, and you'll be advised when we are on the air, and give us a thumbs up. Also, Zoom Workplace has been updated to 6.4.12, so if you haven't got an automatic update, make sure and take care of that. So let's see what you have to say here. And Susan says, why do you say that the Mac password can only be compromised by someone sitting with you? Well, there's no way that they can get to your Mac over the internet. So in order to unlock your Mac, they have to be sitting at your Mac to put in the Mac password. That's the only way you can get to it. And Susan asks, tell us about using 1Password as well as Apple's password manager. Is that a good idea as opposed to using only one of them? I use only 1Password. So sometimes the Apple password app will fill things in faster than 1Password. And it's also sometimes easier to unlock the password app than it is 1Password, as you saw. 1Password does offer more features. You can put in notes, and you can put in software licenses, which I find is very handy. And then you can do some, you can put in like your driver's license, your passport, things like that. So there's a lot more features to the 1Password. So I use them in tandem. Okay, let's see. Chris says, does delete remove the account or just the password? No, it removes that whole account in the Passwords app. And AJ says, how do I get the newsletter, please? AJ, if you would just email me at the email address that'll come up at the end of the show, I will add you to the newsletter list. So hopefully you will use 1Password. I mean, you will use the password app if you don't have 1Password. And thanks, Chris. Glad that was helpful. And since you're kind of the guru, everybody is the guru in their family and friends, make sure you share this so that they can start using the password app. It's free, it's useful, and it does provide a high level of security by creating unique passwords and remembering them so you don't have to. And Chris wants to know what happens on the account end of the website. Just the password of the whole. Oh, I see. So it's just going to delete your credentials. So it's going to delete your username and your password from the Passwords app. So it's not going to do anything on the website. So if it's a website that you don't want to have tracking you anymore, then you would have to close your account on the website, if that's even possible. So AG says, I never heard of 1Password before, so I will look it up. Yep, 1Password is a password manager that has been around for a long time. A lot of Mac people use it. It works on all your devices, even works on Windows. And so it is a good program, but it is a subscription. So you have to pay for it every year. Okay, well, thank you all for joining. If you have a question or something that you want us to cover in the future, just give me a call or send me an email at the addresses coming up. And we'll see you next Tuesday at high noon on another Go for Lunch. Take care.